Thanks for staying with us on this International Mandela Day. NGO Ladles of Love is spreading love to the people in need to mark Mandela Day. It wants to set a new record by making more than 120,000 sandwiches in an hour. The organization has been feeding thousands of people since the very start of lockdown. Let's find out more now from its founder, Danny Diliberto, who joins us from Cape Town via Skype. Danny, thank you so much for joining us. I know you've got just over half an hour to go before you start getting your team together and making sure you have all the ingredients and hands you need to attempt this record. In as much as you're pretty confident that you've got enough registered people making sandwiches, so we don't need more people doing it, how ready are you to attempt this record?
Morning, thank you for having us. We are very ready. All our bread went out yesterday to the various depots around the peninsula. We were also getting messages that the supermarkets were running out of bread. So we are super confident that we're actually going to surpass the 125,000 sandwiches in an hour. The messages we're getting, the comments on Facebook that we are getting, little pictures that we are getting of people setting up their bread stations, sending them to us. So I'm feeling quite touched, quite emotional, because really Cape Town has come on board and we are so ready for this.
We're looking at pictures of some of the sandwich making that's taking place. Obviously, it's not the first time this has happened. You're wanting to break the previous record, and it seems you're going to do it with so many more sandwiches to spare. A sandwich is a very, very simple thing. For many people, they don't even think twice about the fact, oh, I'm in the mood for a bit of a cheese sandwich, let me pop to the kitchen to make one. But for so many South Africans, before lockdown and even more so during lockdown, that one sandwich could actually just get you through the next 24 hours.
Correct. Yes, we've had comments from some of our beneficiaries that we give the sandwiches to. In the beginning, they didn't even know what peanut butter and jam sandwich was. And they were very hesitant with the sandwiches. But as they got to taste them and got to get used to having these sandwiches, all of a sudden it became a whole different world for them. I mean, when they would arrive at their places where they distribute the sandwiches on the ground there, literally kids would be running up to them to grab these sandwiches. So, the feedback we get from our beneficiaries is so much more important. The sandwich seems to be so much more important than the actual vegetables and the rice and everything that we give out. So it's become a very powerful part of Ladles of Love.
Now, Ladles of Love, we've come to know, especially since the start of lockdown, as our reporters has visited you guys at your headquarters, you've got quite a big operation going. How difficult is it not to feel overwhelmed by the great and growing need of so many South Africans out there who do not know where their next meal is going to come from during lockdown?
Yeah, it becomes very challenging, especially when we, for example, had to close down our registration platform for non-profits because we just became so overwhelmed with the number of people registering, wanting help from us. And it was creating an expectation that we were going to help them. So we had to literally shut it down because we couldn't meet the need of so many people out there. So for me as founder of Ladles of Love, it is one of my most difficult times in Ladles is having to decide who we can help and who we can't help. People that will just message me and say, you know, I'm on my own, we haven't eaten, we don't have food, can you help me? And I've got to say, no, I can't. It's very difficult. But then I think what you just refocus and I look on the floor of our warehouse and I see how much food is on the floor that is going out to the beneficiaries, and that just keeps me going. And as donations continue to come in, so we try and increase the number of beneficiaries. We're currently helping about 130 or 135, it's round about there, different beneficiaries that we provide weekly bulk parcels for their soup kitchens to cook food for the community. So it's challenging and it's not slowing down. The requests coming in is not slowing down. Our beneficiaries are asking for more food And that also becomes a challenge because we need to remain sustainable at least till the end of the year, that all these beneficiaries that we are helping, we can help them till the end of the year. So that is the most overwhelming part for me.
Just very quickly before I let you go, Danny, obviously today you've got the project to break that record to make over 120,000 sandwiches. You've got enough people registered for that record. But of course, your encouragement is for all South Africans, wherever they are, just to make a simple sandwich to help somebody. And then, of course, to individuals and businesses who can, to reach out to you guys to help you to be able to meet that great need.
Yes, that's right. So even, make every day Mandela Day. Our sandwich drive has been so strong. We've already distributed close on 1.5 million sandwiches in the last 2.5 months. So we're calling on all Cape Townians to please carry on, join our sandwich drive even after Mandela Day. Take home 2 loaves of bread, make those sandwiches. We'll pick them up, we'll send them out. And yes, please continue to make donations. Without donations, we cannot continue to feed the people out there, as we have to purchase all the vegetables and the rice, etc. So, yes, let's make every day Mandela Day. That is my comment that I strongly put out there.
And it couldn't be more simple, could it? Thank you so much. The founder of Ladles of Love, Danny Diliberto, we wish you and your team everything of the best today and, of course, in the coming weeks. We're still in the middle of winter. So many South Africans really in need in the midst of this ongoing lockdown.